Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start with a new chapter. Chapter name is India at a Glance, chapter number 8. So, we all know that we live on planet Earth, and planet Earth is also known as blue planet. Now, can you tell why it is so? Because when we view this Earth planet from space, it looks blue in color. This is because 3/4 of the earth is covered with water, and this large area covered with water is known as oceans, and 1/4 of the earth is covered with land, which is known as the continents. So you all know that there are 7 continents and 5 oceans. The continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, South America and North America. And the 5 oceans are Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. So this was about continents and oceans. Here you can see Asia continent. Asia continent is the largest continent and it consists of 48 countries. So you can see the name of the countries. You can also see India, which is located at the southern part of Asia. Now, Asia along with Europe forms, or it is called Eurasia. Now, we will see the neighboring countries of India. Here you can see Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives. So these are the neighboring countries of our country India. Now India along with few neighboring countries are known as Indian subcontinent. Now let's see which are those countries. So this is India located at the southern part of Asia, and the neighboring countries is Pakistan, which is located to the northwestern part of India, and here it is Nepal and Bhutan, which is located in northeastern part of India, and another country is Bangladesh, and to the south lies Sri Lanka and Maldives. So along with these countries, it is known as Indian subcontinent. Once again, the countries are Pakistan, then we have Nepal and Bhutan, Bangladesh, and to the south lies Sri Lanka and Maldives. Together they are known as Indian subcontinent. Now here India is surrounded by an ocean and 2 seas. To the east lies the Bay of Bengal Sea, and to the west lies the Arabian Sea, and to the south lies Indian Ocean. So this was about the Asian continent. Now you all know that we got independence on 15th August 1947. So we got independence from the Britishers. This is the political map of India. So here you can see the different states with their capitals. And recently there was a change. Before it was Jammu and Kashmir state, but now it is 2 union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory and the other one is Ladakh as a union territory. And one more new state has been formed, that is Telangana. Before it was Andhra Pradesh. Later on, this Andhra Pradesh state was divided into 2. One is Telangana with its capital at Hyderabad, and Andhra Pradesh with its capital Amravati. So these are the newly formed union territories and the state. Here you can see the list of union territories with its capital. As you can see, Andaman and Nicobar Island, its capital is Port Blair. Second is Chandigarh, its capital is Chandigarh. Like that you can go through these list of union territories. We all are familiar with our national flag. National flag is also known as the tricolor or Tiranga. So you can see here, it's a rectangular in shape with horizontal band. That means it has 3 colors: saffron, white and green. Now these colors indicates That means it has some meaning. Saffron means strength and courage, and white indicates peace and truth, and the green color indicates growth and fertility. Now you can see here at the center a wheel. This wheel is known as Ashok Chakra, and it has 24 spokes. Now these 24 spokes indicates 24 qualities of a person or of a citizen that should be there in every citizen for the progress of our country. So this was about our national flag. Next is the national emblem. Now this emblem was taken from Sarnath, lion capital of King Ashoka, which is in Sarnath, Varanasi, in state of Uttar Pradesh. It has 4 lions, but we can see only 3 because the 4th one is at the back. Now here there is a platform where you can see the picture of 4 animals: an elephant, a lion, horse and a bull. But we can only see the picture of a bull and horse. Now these pictures are separated by wheels and it is carved on a platform. At the bottom you can see Satyamev Jayate. The meaning is that truth always triumphs. That means truth always wins. So this is the national emblem of our country. Now we all know our national anthem, that is Jana Gana Mana, that we sing in our school. This national anthem was written by Rabindranath Tagore in Bangla language. Later on it was translated in Hindi. This national anthem consists of 5 stanzas, but we sing only the first stanza, and whenever we sing national anthem, we should stand in attention position because we are giving respect to our national anthem. Next, you can see the picture of Bankim Chand Chattopadhyay. He is the one who wrote national song, that is Vande Mataram. It was written in Sanskrit language. You all have learnt in the previous class about the different landforms. So on that basis, in India, we have 6 physical divisions. The first one, Northern Mountains, second, Northern Plains, third, Great Indian Desert, fourth, Peninsular Plateau, fifth, Coastal Plain, and the last one is Islands. Now let's see these physical divisions on Indian map. This is the map of India, and you can see that the Northern Mountains or the Himalayan ranges lies in the north of India. So here this is the northern range or the northern mountains. Now these mountains are always covered with snow and it has deep valleys. The 3 Himalayan rivers, that is Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra, originate from these northern mountains. Next physical division is the northern plain. You can see that the northern plain is located at the foothill of northern mountains. Now these plains are very fertile because of the Himalayan river, that is Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra flow through these plains. It deposits slit which makes the soil very fertile, and lots of crops are cultivated in these northern plains. The third physical division is Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert. You can see it is located in the western part of India, that is in the state of Rajasthan. Usually it is very hot, dry and sandy place. Now here you can see that the half of the lower part of our country is covered with Peninsular Plateau region, which is located at the bottom of northern plains. Here you can see the blue shaded area. These are known as the coastal plains. Now why it is known as coastal plains? Because here the land meet the seas. That's why it is known as the coastal plains. Now the coastal plains which are located to the western part of India are known as the western coastal plain, and the northern part of the western coastal plain, that is, it stretches from Gujarat till to the south. Here the northern part of western coastal plain is known as Konkan coast and the southern part is known as the Malabar coast. So this was about the western coastal plain. Now let's move on to the eastern side. Here, this part is known as the eastern coastal plain, and the northern part of eastern coastal plain is known as northern Sircars, and the southern part is known as Coromandel coast. So this was about the coastal plains. Now the sixth physical division is islands. So there are two islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which is located in the Bay of Bengal Sea. Other one is Lakshadweep Island, which is located in the Arabian Sea. Now these Andaman and Nicobar Islands consist of 570 islands, out of which 38 are inhabited. And in Lakshadweep, there are 36 islands, out of which 10 are inhabited. So this was about the physical divisions of our country. Next, it is about national currency. So our national currency is Indian rupee, and the Reserve Bank of India, that is the RBI, is the central bank of our country, and it is responsible for the issue and supply of Indian currency. It also controls other Indian banks. This is the symbol of rupee, which was adopted in 2012. Now here you can see the picture of a tiger. Our national animal is the tiger. National flower is the lotus, and the national bird is the peacock. National tree is the fig tree, and you can see here the branches of this tree roots themselves to form a new tree, and this root give rise to different trunks and branches. Now this has a ability to live for many years, and it is also a part of our Indian culture. So this was about the India at a glance. Now there is an activity for you. You have to write the 28 states and union territories with its capital on a chart paper or A4 size paper, and then submit in Microsoft Teams. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.